Yes. Good morning, all of you. Welcome to St. Anthony Convent Higher Secondary School. Today, we are going to learn about a very great personality, a personality which reflects that he, without any weapon, without any fighting, how can we just win anything? Whatever we decided, if you have the willpower, how can it be useful for our whatever we have decided? Okay, this is from our English Bal Bharti. It's grade 4, that means your standard, and it is from the unit 1. Okay, a great leader. Now here I have shown you the picture that a person who is wearing just a simple clothes, holding the stick, and he was just walking to the path where he wants to uh, he just want to give us the freedom. Okay, it's a man who reflects, his reflection is that bigger that it gives us the idea of that how should we thought. Okay, let us try to understand who was that great leader and what he did for the people, for the poor, or for the whole country as we call India. Now here is the picture of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was one of the greatest leader of the world. From whole world, he was the greatest leader. Let us try to understand why he was greatest. Now, Mahatma Gandhi was one of the greatest leaders of the world. Other leaders win wars by hurting others and killing them. What was the that other leaders, they have fought for India, they have the things, but they fought that they win the wars with hurting others by killing others. That's not good for the human beings. But Mahatma Gandhi, the quality of Mahatma Gandhi is Mahatma Gandhi did not use any arms and weapons. He did not use the guns, rifles, or bombs. Nothing. He was the person who was having faith uh, in violence. Okay, he did not believe in violence. Okay, so whatever wars he want to fight, he just becomes, he thinks of that and he works upon them. Okay, he did not fought any war with the guns and rifles and bombs. And yet he won the war of India's independence. He's great what you called there to fight with the for the India's independence. Okay, people lovingly called him Bapu or Bapuji. As we know that each and every person, instead of calling him Gandhiji, instead of calling him Mahatma Gandhi, we call him as an Bapu or a Bapuji. Okay, everyone or the whole Indians are just they concern him about the Bapu. Okay, the Bapuji. Why it is? Because he was the father of the nation. He worked that much. He fought for independent India. That's why he is a father of the nation. Which nation? India. He is the father of the nation. Now, Gandhiji, now some of the qualities, the characteristics of Gandhiji are he was the man of iron will. You know what is meant by iron will? Iron will means whatever we decide, we have to make it possible anyhow. We don't have to change our mind or don't have to change our decisions. Okay, if I have decided that I am going to do this, I will be succeeded in that. That is called iron will. Okay, here one of the example is given that if he decided to do something, he did it no matter how difficult it was. If it was about that his life is also should be taken, then also he is not going to change his, he is not going to change his uh, whatever he decided. So here is the example that once he is decided, okay, one day he was decided that he would have an early morning prayer. What he said that I am going to have my early morning prayer. Many times what happens, we just, if we don't have school, if we don't want to go anywhere, we just sleep. Okay, and we woke up late. But one day Gandhiji decided that he would have an early morning prayer. Early morning means approximately at 7 or 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay, early morning. It's a 6 a.m. he must have decided. And when he decided on that day itself, what he said that he started that, and from that day onward he never missed his prayer. He never missed his prayer. Not a single day was gone that he has not woke up late, or he woke up early but didn't have the prayer. Nothing. Every single day he woke up early and he just finished his prayer, early morning prayer. That was the thing, shows that he was the man of iron will. Okay. Here you can see here's the picture of Gandhiji's when he was a young person. Okay, at the age of young. Now let us try to understand about Gandhiji, that Gandhiji gave a lot of importance to truth. We know that Gandhiji gave a lot of importance to truth, simplicity and non-violence. As I told you, without any guns, without any bombs, without any rifles, he won the war. How? Because he has the power, he has the power of truth. He was having the power of that. He is the man of iron will and simplicity. The most important thing, that his simplicity reflects the mind. He just makes an impression on the person when he starts talking. Okay, he was a barrister that time. So that is not hurting others. Okay, non-violence means the not hurting others. He don't want to hurt the other people. One of the example for non-violence I'll give you. For example, in the movie, what was that movie? Sanjay Dutt's movie was there, and he just pretends that get well soon to the some other person. But now when the security man slaps on his face, he gives the other face. And what did he say? That Gandhiji said that if someone slaps you or someone hurts you, just calm, just show your simplicity and present your other cheeks also, so that the person will give his whatever uh, feelings he have now, he will express and he will finish it off. So let him do. Don't attack. Let him do, let him finish, let him just whatever suppression he have, let him take it out, so that one time he will calm down. Okay, that is the thing where Gandhiji reflects his simplicity, his non-violence. Okay, now let us talk about the Gandhiji's dress. Gandhiji's dress was very simple. We all know, as I have shown you in the picture, he was wearing a very simple clothes, just a loin cloth, a dhoti worn about the knees, and sometimes a shawl. What was he wearing? He was wearing the dhoti and just it above the knees, not the long dhoti, but just a half dhoti that is above the knees. And sometimes he takes the white color shawl, not any other colors, but only the white color shawls. Okay, but the thing is, could he not afford fancy or fashionable clothes? Yes, could he? Because he was a person who was just he can afford. He was a rich person, but of course he could. But the simple lion cloth was a deliberate choice. Deliberate means what? That he himself decided. Whatever we decide himself is called our deliberate choice. So it was his deliberate choice. He himself decided, and there is a reason behind that. How did he come to make that choice? What is the reason? We should know that why Gandhiji was wearing a dhoti and a shawl. He can afford the fancy clothes. He can afford the uh, um, clothes which are very high. But why did he decided that? Okay, let us see what the Gandhiji, before he decides that he will wear the simple cloth, this was the clothing of Gandhiji. He was wearing a very nice clothes. But when he come to with that reason, he decided that he's not going to wear this kind of expensive clothes. And he decided that just a simple clothes which he will wear for rest of his life. You can see the difference, how expensive clothes these are, but these clothes as a dhoti and just a shawl is just very simple dress. Let us try to understand what was the reason. Now it's an incident where Gandhiji came and he just decided. Okay, once Gandhiji was on a lecture tour in Odisha, where he was gone for the lecture tour. Lecture tour means what? We visit some place and we just give our or delivers our speech to convince the people for independent India, to convince the people for not giving taxes, to just have the war against Britishers, whatever. What was the topic is not important, but the Gandhiji was having a lecture tour. He was supposed to give a speech to the Odisha people, and he gone there. Now the situation was at that time was men and women gathered in the large number. When Gandhiji was there, the large number of people, the women and the men, everyone came in a large number. So many people, so many audience was sitting. But at that time, you may know that the girls or the women are not allowed to come out of the house. But then also for Gandhiji's speech, they have come. Okay, that was the importance of Gandhiji. Now, in Odisha, however, women were not allowed, not seen at these public meetings or lecture. They were not allowed. The women were having restrictions. They should be at the home. They should not attend this kind of meetings and the lectures and the freedom fighting moments. Nothing. They don't have to come. In Odisha, they are talking about. But on making inquiries, Gandhiji found that he have seen that many women have come, but they don't have the clothes, very expensive clothes. But when they came to know, they inquire about that these many women have came, but why they are not wearing the proper clothes. And he come to know, and he found that the people in that part of country were so poor. They were so poor, and they were so poor. On making the inquiries, Gandhiji found that the people in that part of country were so poor that their women folks had not a decent things to wear. They do not have decent clothes to wear. So therefore, they kept away from public functions. That's why the reason was the women are not having decent clothes. They should not come out. Okay, Gandhiji was deeply pained to hear this. He thought that I am wearing this many expensive clothes, I am having lots of money, but my people, my country, my sisters, my brothers, they don't have that much clothes. They don't have that much expenses to wear it. So he pained. He pained means what? He felt very sad from that day. Okay, this is the incident of Odisha people. When he saw the women, they were not wearing the proper clothes, they were not having the clothes to wear at least. So on from that point onwards, he decided that he is going to wear the simple clothes. Okay, what was his decision? That he decided to wear the bare minimum of clothes. Bare means whatever is necessary to hide our body parts. Okay, that are bare minimum of clothes. Okay, be it cold or hot, he will never change his simple dress. When we feel hot, we just wear the cotton clothes. We have the varieties of cotton clothes. When we feel cold, we wear sweaters, the jackets, the blazers, everything we have. But the Gandhiji was the man of iron will. Yes, this is the second incident which shows that in a cold or in a hot season, he's not going to change his dress. He's just going to keep wearing his dhoti and the shawl. Okay, so this shows the iron will. Now, once again, one more incident of Gandhiji's life, that once he had gone to England. Okay, he had gone to England for a very important conference. It's a round table conference which he was going to attend. It was between the Britishers and some of the Indians, those who are going to express or going to show their views regarding the independent India. Now, in that conference, the King George of England, who was at that time the King George of England, gave a reception to the participants of the conference at his place. Okay, whatever people from many countries, they have come. So what the King George have decided, that I will have a small party for all of these, so that they will feel relaxed, they will just adjust in this place. So he arranged a reception, a small party. Okay, now people received by king have to dress up in a certain way. Okay, whatever the people who have received this invitation, they have to dress that the king should in a certain way, that the party will be looks a high maintenance. At that time, England ruled over India. We know that England was ruled over India. We was not independent. And that time, the invitation was also given to Gandhiji. Now, everyone was thinking that Gandhiji will come with a very nice dress, very nice coat and jacket. They were supposed to think. But people in England wanted to know if Gandhiji would change the style of his dress to see the king. They were saying that, yes, the king have given invitation. So, to suit it, Gandhiji would just change his style of wearing the clothes or whatever. But Gandhiji made it very clear, okay, that incident also does not reflected on Gandhiji. And that incident shows that, made it clear that he would be dressed in his usual. He is going to wear his usual clothes. Even when visiting the King of England, okay, when he came to that reception, then that time also he was wearing the simple clothes. He would wear the dress of the people whom he represents. What was his decision? That he is going to wear the dress which represents his country, his people. And Gandhiji was not bothered by what style of dress the British approved of. There was a theme of wearing the coat and the jacket, that coat. But he said that, no, I'm not bothered about what style is given, but I'm just going to wear which style my people is representing. My people, my country is having very poor. They are suppressed by you people, and we don't have that much money to spend on the clothes. So I'm going to represent my whole country. Okay, so he's going to represent the country. So long as the poor people in his country did not have enough clothes to wear. Yes, the country, Indian peoples do not have enough money to have, or to enough to clothes the expensive clothes. That's why he didn't change his. Finally, the king had to welcome at his reception. Whatever he gave, whatever he expressed his thought, finally the king welcomed him. And the great man dressed in a simple lion cloth and a shawl. At that time, he was wearing a simple lion clothes, and that means his dhoti and a shawl. In the whole reception, he was looking very different. He was representing the country India. Now, what is about the conference? Conference means a large formal meeting where people discuss important matters. As I have told you, the Gandhiji came from India to England to attend the conference, the Round Table Conference. So, what is the conference? That is a large formal meeting. Okay. The king himself was dressed quite extravagantly. What is the meaning of extravagantly? Extravagantly means so expensive clothes. As he was hosting the party, he was looking very lavish. He was very rich. So he dressed extravagantly. And in front of him, Gandhiji was looking very simple. Gandhiji was asked whether he had enough clothes on for the meeting with the king. When king welcomed him when the party was started, the king himself gone and started asking that you do not have enough clothes for meeting, you do not have expensive clothes, should I gift you? He replied that uh, the king had enough clothes for both of them. What he said that you have lots of money, you have lots of things, you have the enough clothes for both of them. You may have lots of clothes, but but the millions of poor people in India felt happy that Mahatma Gandhi dressed like them, which doesn't make the indifference. He was the representative of India, and he was just didn't bothered about the clothing. He just want to represent the poor people. Okay, that's why everyone, millions of people, the whole country India is very happy that Gandhiji is one of us. He is the person who is from us. He is not a very rich person, or he is not having a attitude, but he is from one of us. Now, although the Mahatma Gandhi did not use any destructive weapons, as in the first also I have told you that Gandhiji did not use any destructive. Destructive means causing damage like bomb, rifles. He did not use that kind of weapons. But then also he had a millions of staunch followers. What? He is having a millions of staunch followers. Staunch followers means people who were firm and loyal in the following someone. The people who just listened to him, he just wanted to have the independence. That's why they are following whatever Gandhiji is telling to them. They are convinced with Gandhiji's thought and they follow Gandhiji. They listen to the Gandhiji. That is called staunch follower. Okay, everyone, you can see the lots and lots of peoples were present over there, and whatever speech was given by the Gandhiji, they get convinced, and convincing this many people is very difficult task. And that was the quality of Gandhiji, that he's having the control over his speech. He was having that much knowledge that without any weapon, without telling lies to the people, with the help of only three qualities: truth, simplicity, and uh, truth, simplicity, and non-violence. These are the three qualities of Gandhiji which gave him the uh, he, because of that he won the war. He won the hearts of the people. He was one of the people that people thought that he is from one of us. And to win this kind of status, we have to work hard, we have to think for the people, we have to think for the country as in a whole. Okay, now Gandhiji showed, as I have asked you in the front, that who was your favorite leader and why he is your favorite. Here, why the people loved Gandhiji? Because Gandhiji showed all the suppressed people in the world the new path of Satyagraha. Why do we have the Gandhiji as a great leader? Because he shown the poor people, the suppressed people, the people who was being prevented from the developing or growing freely. He was shown the path of new path. Which new path? Satyagraha. If we are true, if we are not a wrong person, we have to take a stand, and that path was shown by Gandhiji. Okay, Gandhiji shown the path of Satyagraha. The suppressed people, the poor people, the people who are being harassed by England or the Britishers, they have to take a stand, and that thing was given by Gandhiji. You can see the Gandhiji himself was walking very confidently, and the people following him. Why they follow? Because the path was shown by Gandhiji, Satyagraha's path was shown by Gandhiji, is a very useful for their independence. Okay, this was a thing where the Gandhiji was shown. That's why we have a great leader in our country, in our whole world. Gandhiji is a great leader for all of us. That's why we make him. Till today we remembered him. Till today we on our monies we have his photo in every court or everywhere, in the police stations, everywhere, in the government, on the private sectors. We have his photo because he's devoted his life for country. Okay, so everyone just follow the path of satyagraha. Have your qualities, whatever you decided, just have a iron will. Do not in any case or any situation, don't change your, yes, don't change your decisions. Okay, so that you will have to live freely, you have the independence, you have to live independently. That is the importance of Gandhiji. Okay, now he is remembered for all the greatness, not only in India but all the parts of the world. Yes, we know why we remembered him. As I have told you, his greatness, not only in India but all the parts of the world, he is being remembered. Okay, what we are going to learn about possessive pronoun. Now, what is meant by possessive pronoun is possessive pronoun that shows who or what owns something, the ownership. Okay, we possess something, we just have concern about that thing. We just want that thing should be mine only, my. So that is called possessive pronoun. We possess someone. For example, here I gave some examples. This kitty is mine. Okay, the cat which she is having, she's telling that that kitty is mine. Totally, the ownership is in the hand of the girl. So that's why the mine words is about the possessive pronoun. Its fur is soft. The is that bicycle yours? The person who is asking the question is telling that it's totally yours. You have the ownership, you have the possessiveness, and that thing, the yours word shows the possessive pronoun. This ball is his. What did he say? This ball is his. So totally he's having the ownership, the possessive of that pronoun, the possessive pronoun. That dress is hers. The dress which she is wearing is belongs to that girl. That's why the dress is hers. The word hers shows the possessive pronoun. The cat is ours. The family belongs to, the car belongs to that family. That's why that car is ours. That is shows the ownership. That house is theirs. Someone is pointing the towards the house and saying that house is theirs. That means the people who is living in that house belongs to that, the ownership. Okay, now possessive pronouns do not come before a noun. They do not come before a noun. They stand alone. Okay, let us see. For example, these books are my sister's. They do not have any noun, but what they shows the ownership. The books which she is reading, the girl is reading, that books are my sister's. These books are hers. So when I was talking about my sisters, instead of my sisters, which pronoun I have used? Hers. So the word pronoun hers, this word, the word hers shows the ownership, and that's why the possessive pronoun is hers. Now, what are the possessive pronouns? Here are the possessive pronouns. Mine, yours, its, hers, its, ours. These are the possessive pronouns. This shows the ownership. Mine. Whatever the things I have, these all mine. These all toys are mine. So this shows the ownership. We ask someone that this is your house, this is yours, clothes, this is your raincoat. When we ask that time the yours shows the ownership, and That is called possessive pronoun. His, her, its, many example we can use with the help of these pronouns. Okay, so let us see that the possessive pronouns don't always go at the end of the sentence. They do not come at the end. They can be in the middle, they can be in the start. They are also uh, common near the beginning of the sentence. When they are in the beginning, they are very common. So especially when you are answering a question. Okay, when you are answering the question regarding showing the ownership, at that time the possessive pronouns are being used. Are you getting? I will just explain once again. What are the possessive pronouns? Possessive pronouns means they shows the ownership. Whatever things, whatever we are talking about is totally about what we are have our own, and they comes in the end of the sentence, or they can come in the start, in the beginning. Okay, when they comes in the beginning, at that time they may be the answer to the question, but when they comes in the end, they may be the question form. Okay, now here are some of the examples. That are these your shoes? Where we are talking about, we are talking here in the question form, we are saying that yours. She's asking the question, are these your shoes? No. And in the answer, it comes in the start that mine are in my bag. What was the answer? When we ask the question, it comes in the middle, yours. Okay. But when we answer, that time it is mine. So mine is the possessive pronoun over here. Mine. Instead of shoes, my shoes, we use mine. Okay, so this is Vicky's dress. No, hers is black. Now the question is this Vicky's dress? But when she said answer, she said hers is black. Okay, so which bag is yours? We are asking about the question yours. You can see S, yours. So here it is not, but here when you ask, it shows the ownership. This which bag is yours? We are asking for the ownership. So but when we answer, that time mine is the blue one. He is giving the answer through possessive pronoun, that mine, my bag is blue, so that is mine is blue one. So this is how we are going to answer about using the possessive pronouns. Now the some of the examples of possessive pronouns. For example, the first one, as I have shown you, mine. The shirt is mine. We showed the ownership. When we ask about someone's ownership, the book is yours. Okay, so here the examples of possessiveness, we use it as in ownership. The pillow is his. The dog is hers. Okay, now here one exception is there. We don't use its as a possessive pronoun. Okay, whenever we use it is not a possessive pronoun when we in the possessiveness. Ours, the bird is ours. Okay, the bird is ours means the cage or whichever birds I have as a pet are ours. Okay, the house is yours. As I have given you earlier also this example, the possessive or the ownership. Now, here are some of the examples of possessive pronouns. Okay, the gloves belongs to Mary. Okay, the gloves belongs to Mary. What will be the answer for that? They are mine. Okay, so what that? The gloves belongs to Mary. They are mine. Their meals have arrived, but we are waiting for. I'll give you the answers to this, that they are hers. We are talking about Mary, na? So they are hers. The gloves belongs to Mary means they are hers. The ownership is Mary's. That's why instead of Mary, we use the pronoun hers. Their meals have arrived, but we are waiting for ours. What they said, that whatever meal have arrived is a theirs, but we are waiting for our own ownership, our own plate. We are waiting. Okay, they aren't my keys. What they said, whatever keys there is, they aren't mine. Mines are in my pocket. The keys which I'm talking about are in my pocket. I have my own keys. The book is yours. It has your name on it. What is the ownership? Is the book is yours because it's written your name over that book. The house belongs to Jack and Jill. It's there. Why we use there here? Because we have two names, Jack and Jill. So for both the boys, we use the pronoun theirs. Okay. Now, Agne and I have a new car. It's ours. The both of them have taken the car and the new car, and that's why it's ours. Is this Philip's pen? No, it's not his. Here in the negative sentence, when we talk, we use the word his because we are talking about a boy called Philip. Okay. It isn't my phone because mine is at home. What is that? That when we are talking about the phone, the ownership shows that mine is at the home. That's why we use the pronoun mine. Okay, all of you have understood. Again, once again, in a short, I'll give you the simple thing that in a possessive pronoun, we have ownership. We are using the ownership at the end of the sentence, which gives the own ownership, talking about whatever things we are talking about. It shows the ownership, the self possessiveness. Okay. And when it comes in the start, it's an answer to the question. Okay, it's an answer to the question. Everything is clear.